Hello, everybody. Sam's not even going to be expecting this, but I wanted to post my own little episode for Pride Month because why not? We'll see how it goes. But today is June 1st, so it's the first day of Pride Month. Yes, Queen! And Pride Month has always been a protest. Always. It's how it started. And I remember my first Pride. I went with my sister and my best friend Steph, who is my sister, let's be honest. And I remember being so scared to go. But then also once I was there, how validated I felt being surrounded by so many people like me. And so many people who have probably felt like me at some point in their life. And I mean, my whole life I have felt unworthy and different and scared, unwelcome in a lot of spaces. And it was really comforting to be surrounded by so many people who just care so much about their community. And I'm really happy that I get to be a part of this community. And I know you guys know that I'm trans non-binary. My pronouns are they, them, but I'm also asexual, more so demisexual. I'm a virgin. You guys already know that. And it's just, people ask me when I tell them that I am a virgin, they're like, so have you had the opportunity? And I'm like, well, yes and no. Yes, but I've never wanted to jump at it. I can joke and say that I've wanted to not feel like such a weirdo in circumstances with people, but I've just never wanted to. There are other things that I could be doing with my time. And some people that love sex would be like, you're crazy. To each their own. It's just how I've always been. I've always been afraid of intimacy. I've never have had anything happen to me to make me like that. Because that was the thing my mom was afraid of growing up. Was like, has anybody done anything to you? And I'm like, no, it's just how I feel. Don't touch me. I've just always been like that. And I remember reading, is it Loveless by Alice Oseman, and just feeling so validated when reading this book because the character is asexual and aromantic. And I definitely felt really validated in the asexual concept. Aromantic, I think I'm a romantic, but that's just me. I could be wrong though. Who knows? I'm ever evolving. But just know that if you are somebody who might be questioning who you are in more ways than one, just know you're not alone. Everybody does it. Everybody goes through it. And if they don't, they're lying to themselves. Because again, like I said, we're ever changing. I still have fears. I wish I could be as out and proud as a lot of people are, but it's scary. And I hate that I'm letting the fear control me sometimes. There is a time and place, of course, you guys, to focus on your safety. Your safety is the most important thing. But there are times where I wish I would stand stronger, like my sister, who is a straight white woman. And I think she's more solidified in queerness than I am. She's more out and proud than I am. And I don't want to say, unless I already said it and I just forgot. I wish I could be more like that. It's not that I wish, it's I know I can be, but I just get scared. So that's something I'm working on. And another thing to know you're not alone in. It's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be scared, but I will make it known that I'm not going to let them win. I had the thoughts when all these anti-trans bills were coming out to grow my hair out, which don't get me wrong, guys. If I can find photos, I miss my long hair from sometimes. It's just, it was fun doing like a little braid or the half up, half down, but it would just be too much work. I know myself. But I think I came to realize that I was thinking like that because I wanted to become more female presenting, even though when I was more female presenting, I still got misgendered. So you can't win. Just the thought of wearing women's clothing besides like jeans, I wear women's jeans sometimes, but mostly wear men's pants, makes me want to vomit. Like going in the women's section and seeing all the women's clothing. First of all, women's clothing, you guys, somebody out there needs to do better with women's clothing, because women's clothing, especially for plus size women, is hideous. It's so ugly. There's no way somebody, if there's a plus size person out there, a plus size woman, mind you, making this, there can't be. It has to be men. But you think if men made it, they would want it to look flattering. What do I know? But somebody needs to make better plus size looking clothing for women and even men. Plus size anything, most of the time, looks ugly. That's just my opinion. Every time I go shopping for plus size stuff, mind you, there's barely anything to buy when you go to like a normal store. We went shopping yesterday and we were trying to find some like cool graphic t-shirts for my sister, and we couldn't find anything in 2X. It was a joke. It was a joke. And it's just frustrating shopping as a plus size person, or just as a big human in general, whether or not you're plus size or not. Like, I'm just a big human. I've lost a lot of weight because of my stomach issue. But yeah, shopping in bigger sizes is annoying. And I always feel for the people that come into my store looking for bigger sizes. And I'm like, sorry, Sydney just came in and bought some. Like, we only get like one or two of a plus size or a bigger size, and then they go hot off the shelves. Mind you, in the men's section, we get plenty of replenish of the bigger sizes, but for women, we get like one. And if somebody buys it, you're lucky if you get a big size back in. That's fucked up. Anyways, back on the concept of pride, ADHD took over. Yeah, I almost grew my hair back out. But don't get me wrong, like, I do want to do something different with my hair. I'm just not vibing with it at the moment. I go through phases where I look in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, who are you? Slay. And then there's other moments where I look in the mirror and I go, who are you? Oy vey. I'm just learning to love myself more day in and day out and who I am, and not being afraid of what other people think, even people in my close circle. Because I still have those fears that I keep fighting off yawns, guys. I get talking. I guess I'm not breathing enough. I think that's what it is. I'm not breathing enough and I need to yawn to get oxygen. But I still fear that the people in my inner circle judge me or don't love me for who I truly am. And I know that's not true. I know that's just the inner demons taking over. But there's still those feelings, there's still those thoughts that I have to kind of fight off day in and day out. But at the end of the day, I always know I have my sister, point blank period. That's somebody I'd never have to question. Ever. Because I always get that like validation, whereas my friends that I don't see as often, when we have time apart, my brain is like, they hate you. They don't love you anymore. They never want to see you again. And I know that's not true. So any friends, Steph, Meg, Chanel, if any of you guys are watching, I know you love me. The demons don't, though. Well, they do, but they're tricking me. They're playing me. I hope you're enjoying this like wonky setup here. I have been sleeping on my couch for the past month. I was sleeping in my bed for maybe a week. My back started hurting again. I'm back on the couch. I'm back on the couch. I got placed on the couch, y'all. I'm not even in a relationship, and I'm sleeping on the couch. It's the only place I can get comfortable. But the past 2 nights, I've been having these crazy vivid dreams, and they're terrifying. And then I just can't sleep. I'm like that exhausted to where I'm so tired that I just can't sleep. Again, ADHD, baby. We have this cute little pride setup that I actually kind of hope you can't see, just because I know, Sam, when you see this, you're going to be like, what the fuck? But I wanted to post something by myself, and I know that you'll understand when you see this, but we bought a little pride setup. We have like a little planter, fake planter, some solo cups, but it's like rainbow. And then we have this cute little gay house. Gay. Let me know if you guys are going to Pride this year. If you do, be safe. Let me know if you have a thing you do every year for Pride Month. That's like a tradition for you. Let me know if this is your first Pride. And I'm scared of what's going to happen this Pride Month. I was scared last Pride Month. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to any Prides this year. There was one that I wanted to go to, I think in Boston. I think Trixie Mattel's going to be there, and I'm super jealous because I think one of my coworkers is going to that, and I'm like really sad because I freaking love Trixie. I love Trixie and Katya. If you don't know, my sister and I both do, especially my sister. My sister's obsessed with them. We quote them a lot. Be safe, be kind, love one another. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. You have a right to set boundaries. You have a right to stay true to who you are, no matter who the person is. It could be family, friends, just because, especially like blood related. We're blood, we're family. Doesn't matter. If you don't respect me, why would I respect you? I didn't choose to be here. None of us actually chose to be here. I was forced here, okay? And you tried to mold me into this thing. And my parents molded my sister and I to be free thinkers. To, again, like love thy neighbor. Do unto others what you would want done unto yourself. Is that the golden rule? If I don't want bad things to happen to me, why would I want bad things to happen to other people? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm starting to lose it. Just be kind and love one another. Care for people. It's not that fucking hard. The thing is like, this is my thought, and y'all can tell me whatever you want to tell me. Men, and I'm not going to sit here and be like, all men. I know it's not all men, but it's a lot of men. And there's still some men that even are good men that still do tendencies that need to stop. And they need to stand up and use their voice and tell people that it's wrong and tell other men that these things are wrong. But men are, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't like that there's competition now. Previously, most men got handed everything. They got to do whatever the fuck they want. They got to beat their wives. They came home, sat on their asses, were fed food, went to bed. And now they have to actually work and try, like we all have been, fighting so hard just to be heard in any capacity. And they hate that. They hate that there's competition from multiple different communities. They hate that this country isn't solely run by men anymore because they don't have the power anymore. And even when they think they have the power, they don't. So it just makes me laugh that they're unwilling to adapt. And again, every time I say some things like this, I can just hear the little maggots being like, you're so unwilling to adapt. You guys aren't adapting. You guys are going back in time. Why would you want to do that? Oh, right, because you hate that you have to try in this life to get things that you want. That's life, buddy. Okay? So if you're a straight white cis man and your gay coworker gets a promotion because they're good at their fucking job and better than you, then they deserve to get that promotion. If your black coworker gets a raise and gets a promotion, they deserve it because they worked harder than you. And you didn't work hard. You just assumed you were going to be handed it because you're fucking white and a man. And you're straight. It's not how it works anymore, sweetie. You actually have to try. You don't get to do that anymore. And if you think you do, you don't. Trust. But yeah, happy Pride Month. This is a weird video. I hope when I edit it, I can make it make sense. But I hope you guys enjoyed my little sit-down powwow in my little cushy, cozy couch bed. I hope it felt like we were just sitting here chatting with each other. This video may never see the light of day. Who knows? We'll find out. Stay tuned. But I love you guys. Happy Pride Month. Just know you have a safe space here with my sister and I. We love you guys. We love everybody. We are here to support you all. Let us know of any queer-owned businesses or LGBTQIA, just to fit everybody. See, for some reason, when I say queer, I'm including everybody when I say queer. Let me know what you guys think when you say that. If you're talking about, let me know any queer-owned businesses, I mean for like anybody in the community that is like not just going to be freaking selling things just to be like, we support gay people, but only in June. It's like, no, like, do you support gay people 24/7, 365? Because if not, ooh, I'm not buying from you anymore. Yeah. Also, if you have any LGBTQIA plus books that are good to read, I read Loveless by Alice Oseman. Phenomenal, Heartstopper, duh. But I would love to read some other queer stories this June, or year round. But just to be in like, 'tis the season. I would love to read some more queer stories. And I think that's all I got to say. Again, I'm hoping I watched this back and this made sense and I can edit this to make sense for you guys. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But I love you guys. Happy Pride Month to you all. And we'll see you next Monday.